Look at all my plastic push sticks. Ain't they beautiful, or are they dangerous? Maybe they are, or maybe they're not. But the thing you've got to remember is it's not necessarily the push stick that is potentially dangerous. It might be just the way that you're using it. But they can still be potentially dangerous. Now, some push sticks are made out of materials that really are not suited for use with a table saw. I mean, they're ridiculously bad. And I'll show you how you can work out which ones they are. Now, normally they're the ones that come with your table saw, especially if you've got yourself a budget table saw. Now, I have this one, I have that one, I have that one, I have that yellow one, oh ain't it lovely, and that red one there, and I also got this one, which you might have noticed I use quite a bit. In fact, it needs replacing. It's a bit chewed up on the end. Now, the thing is, you see, your push stick isn't actually supposed to touch the table saw blade anyway. No. You're supposed to be cutting the wood, not your push stick. So you've got to have the right tool for the job. Now, if you're cutting thin stuff, which is generally what happens when you end up chopping into your push stick, you ought to be using something else to actually pass your piece of wood past the saw blade and make your cut. So it's just something like this with a notch in it. You can push that all the way along, your hands are clear, and you ain't going to hit the saw blade with your push sticky thing, alright? Now if you've got wide boards, I tend to use something like one of these push pads with like a little stop in the back, so you can easily control the board and your hands are away from the blade. These are also good if you're going to be cutting rabbets in the middle of, or rebates or channels in a board. Now, the reason for that is because you can apply top pressure over your wood and your hands are away from the blade in case the piece of wood explodes and your fingers touch the blade and they end up flying around all over the place. Right on mess, that it'd be. Well, the thing is, you see, no two push sticks are the same. Some are better than others because of the material that they're made out of. Now, if you're one of these people who want to buy their push sticks because they look all fancy and lovely coloured and that, and you've probably got some off Temo, be careful Temo, a lot of the stuff off there ain't any good. Now, how do you know until you've got it? Now, one way to find out whether your new push stick you just got from Temo is a load of poo, well then you want to get yourself a hammer, which you obviously already got, or something hard to whack your push stick against. You see, the thing about these push sticks, harder the material, the tone changes, like a tuning fork. Alright, now this push stick here is a good one. Alright, they're quite common, you'll see these online and what have you. I can't remember what make they are, I can't even see it. I've probably chopped it all off, to be honest. As you see, it's a bit chewed up on the end. But I still use this one. I've got a little brass screw in the end because I don't control the piece of wood as it comes off. And it works really well. Now, if I tap that with a hammer, listen to this. It's more of a dead sound because it's softer, okay? Look for this end here. It's more dead. Now, if I use, say, there's red one here, lovely bright red one. As you can see, I ain't used it. Now, why is that? Because it's, hard and brittle. That is a dangerous push stick. The likelihood is if you hit the blade with that, something might fly off it. It could get you in the eye, hopefully you've got safety specs on, or take a chunk out your arm, or grab into the blade and pull your hand into the blade. Not a good idea. That is a dangerous push stick, even though it's quite a comfortable push stick. No good at all. So that one is trash. This yellow one, lovely bright yellow, and that came with a B&Q Site saw, the SITE brand of saw. Yeah, again, it's quite comfortable, but listen to this. Too hard. Play a tune on that. Now, the thing about it is, as you can see, it's already had a chunk come out of it because it's brittle. It's no good. See? Look at that. Brittle. No good. Crap. Also, if it's out for a while, the light gets to it, it's going to get even worse. So they're useless. Relegate them to the bin. What am I left with? I'm left with a little black one here, another little black one there, and another little black one here, and my little red one. Now, I know this is a good one. It's got a dead sound. This one here, okay, is one by Axminster. Yes. Okay. These are an actual tool supplier, and well, they rebrand tools as well. I don't know if they actually make anything, I don't know. But anyway, you can get table saws and all sorts of stuff from Axminster in the UK. Now this push stick is actually very good. it's quite soft. I would say that's probably as good as that one, but not as comfortable. It has a dead sound. It's not hit as hard as you like. It's not going to chip. See? Unlike that one. Oh crikey, bits of flying off everywhere. Yeah, where's safety specs? So that's shit. I mean, that's terrible. Well, this one is not quite as bad. That one, that's it. That's it. That's it. Throwing all everywhere. And this one's not too bad. I don't know what the brand is or anything. It's one that came with a table saw. I don't know how I've accumulated all these flip and push sticks, but I have. That ain't as good as the Axminster. The Axminster, if anything, is probably the softest. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. It's quite floppy though. As you can see, but that doesn't matter. As long as it does its job. That's fine. Now, if you haven't, if you've got your table saw, okay, and you've got a push stick come with it, and there's a bit like one of these plastic things, oh, I'm breaking over there, you're better off using that than nothing at all. Okay, just keep it away from the actual blade itself. Never use it when cutting skinny bits of wood, because the likelihood you're going to touch the blade and chunks are going to fly off your push stick. Okay, and if you're in that situation, get yourself a little piece of hardwood that has no knots in it. Nice clean grained piece of wood. It could be a piece of oak, a piece of chestnut, a piece of beech, or whatever you like, whatever you can find, even a piece of plywood, as long as there's no knots in it. Where there's knots, there's flaws. Where those flaws, you'll get chunks of wood fly at you. You don't want that. And chunks of knots, no, it's not good. It stings, alright? It stings bad. Like bullets coming off, alright? So it's just as bad as using one of these. So if you're going to use a piece of hardwood, make sure it's got no knots in it, it's fairly straight grained. Now, I've got one here that I use for skinny bits of wood that are small, and there's a piece of, just straight grained oak. And then I've got these as well. And these are quite convenient because I can just put them in my rack over here, like so. And it's out of the way on this door, or on a wall, or whatever. And it's, it's nice and tidy. And it's to hand. Okay? So the thing is, you see, if you have got a push stick, that's the only one you got, you're better off using that than nothing at all. But be aware that it could potentially be a bit dangerous. But replace it as quick as you possibly can. But until you do, you're going to have to use it. And or make another one. Make one out of wood. You can do a mixture of wood, high density foam on the end, all sorts of stuff if you like. And you can make a nice comfortable handle. These ones are quite good. I like these, I think actually this was actually given to me. I don't know where, I've seen them about, but I don't know where they're getting from. No, I don't know what the makers, you see. There's no maker's name on these. Are actually quite good. But there again, I'm not the sort of person to go and buy a push stick unless I haven't bought any push sticks. I've never went there and bought a push stick. They always came with us all. Or I've made my own out of a piece of wood because it's free. And I like free. That I do. Anyway, push sticks. Are they dangerous? Some are, some aren't. But pretty much any push stick is better than no push stick at all. You don't want to put your hands near the sharp spinny thing. No, it's really bad idea because it'll take your fingers off, you see. And it will. Anyway, what do you use for a push stick other than the missus? Please leave it in the comments down below. And please boot the old like button and maybe subscribe to the channel, little bell icon, because then you get a warm fuzzy feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. Yeah. Anyway, it's time for me to go, so toodaloo.